If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. With that being said, hello everyone. Welcome back to another review. My name is Matthew, and today we're going to be reviewing the original Squishmallows Mothra from their Godzilla lineup. This is going to be the second Squishmallow I have, right behind MechaGodzilla. I don't have Rodan and I don't have Godzilla, but I do have Mothra. Funny enough, I actually saw Rodan at the place I got this lovely gal from, and I had a quick choice between Mothra or Rodan, and I opted to go for Mothra just because I kind of like the design and like the printing better on the Squishmallow Mothra than I did the Rodan. But maybe it was a mistake, maybe it wasn't. But if I do have enough, I'll probably go back for that Rodan, if they even still have it in stock, because you never know. But with that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at the second Squishmallow we have here today. For starters, we're going to take a look at the tag, which, because there's no box to showcase, because it's not a box showcase, it's a tag. We're going to look at this. Original Squishmallows with the very colorful logo. Nice little designs of various Squishmallow designs in the back. I don't know if those are real Squishmallows or those are just like stock art they just randomly put together. But we do have a nice render of the Squishmallows Mothra. Nice little art type. Godzilla logo down there. Mothra. The back here we just have a bunch of like emblem crap. Kelly Toy, a jazzware company. Going in here, we have a nice closer render of the Mothra, and then we have the original Squishmallows, more to squish, more languages, and yeah, you can just, hold on, opening it up, you can also follow their social media pages. There you go. So, that being said, that's the tag. Now, onto the plush itself. Starting with the face. The eyes are actually done really well. At first I didn't notice this, but they actually have a subtle gradient to them. You can kind of see where it's a bit lighter, and then as you kind of get closer to like the bottom, kind of like roundish, it almost again has like a gradient effect where it's a little darker and then kind of gets lighter where it like hits a certain spot on it. That's really cool. We also have some nice kind of like white patterns here around the eye, kind of like where the fluffiness would be, even though the whole thing's kind of poofy. And then again, it's kind of made on the more shiny material, and it looks really nice. I also like the kind of the more printed on colors, which we have orange, like an orange stripe that goes down all the way to the back here. So we do have like pretty much this big stripe of it hitting here, and then we have an orange there, and then we have the like the little mouth here. We have like a black stripe there as well. Of course, the brown mouth is here as well. Doesn't like do anything, it's just looking cool. Which of course it's a plushie, you're not expecting really a figure, but we do have some nice stitching lines, kind of like extra designs here. Same thing going on with this extra eye as it was going on here. And we do have some nice little antennas here. Not really antennas, but kind of get what they are. I could kind of do this all day. We do have some nice kind of like almost very fluffy kind of underside where Mothra's, well, underside would be. And it's very fluffy. Like this actually feels. What does it feel? I had like a pillow a while back that kind of felt a lot like this, or maybe one of those big jackets. We also have like some orange stripes here at the bottom, which pretty much go all the way around. A little bit misalignment there, but that's okay. We have another tag down here, which features Godzilla, copyright Toho, some more copyright information, Kelly Toy, the barcode down there. And yeah, for the wings, which we're going to talk about last here, they're actually done decently well. I feel like they look a little tacky. I know it seems really unfair to say about a Squishmallow, but I almost kind of would have preferred them to be a tad bit bigger, because you'll see like the printing on them is done really well, and I like the pattern on it. It looks really accurate to the film. We have some like nice kind of yellow lines here, and then we have like some gray and like a peach beige type color. Kind of like striping at the base, and then again leads into here where we kind of get like the eye looking thing where it has yellow, orange to red, and then some more yellow to kind of like line it up. And then the lower wing, which we have like a gradient here, which orange to yellow, they kind of more like the striping. Then red, kind of like some more black lining. And again, it looks really good on both sides, mind you. So you pretty much get like that all throughout the trying to move the tag so you can get a clear shot at this thing. It looks good enough. However, I definitely think the wings could be a little bit bigger because, like, sometimes, like, especially here from the front, you can barely see them. Then you have to go to the side and you see these, like, dinky little wings. So, honestly, I feel like the wings could have been sized up a little bit better. But overall, at least for the Squishmallow Mothra, I think that this thing at least is at least doing it to the best of its ability. Alright, so now that we basically have the entirety of the Squishmallow Mothra itself out of the way, let's go ahead and take a look at pretty much a direct comparison with my only other Squishmallow in the line, or in general, the MechaGodzilla. Which, as we can see here, I don't know if it's really just me, or if it's just how they were designed, but my Mothra is definitely a bit wider than the MechaGodzilla. You can't really tell because, well, my MechaGodzilla is, I mean, you can kind of tell here, but like just the tail can't really press up against it without screwing it over. Also, the material they went with MechaGodzilla is just a lot more, I don't want to say softer, but that's literally the only word that's coming to mind. I don't know. I guess because of like the shinier fabric or material they chose for their MechaGodzilla in comparison to the Mothra, which is like just dyed on stuff. While this is actually pretty metallic. So I definitely think like overall, I definitely prefer like the quality, honestly, of MechaGodzilla to the Mothra because the MechaGodzilla stitch wise, there's pretty much like no stuffing that's pretty much pointing out. Versus on my Mothra, so I'm gonna try and find it. There's actually been a few places like here, right below the ears, sorry, the little antenna things. You can kind of see that there's a bit of like cotton that's sticking through, and I think there's like some more. My thing's already starting to pick up dust and lint. I literally just put this thing on the shelf, whatever. But yeah, it's already kind of starting to do that in some areas. While my MechaGodzilla I've had for almost a year, and it's pretty much stayed as is. So honestly, like as far as like the stitch quality, I honestly have to say the MechaGodzilla is a bit better. But aside from that, there's really not much. And for some more general size comparisons, here she is next to my Monsterverse Mothras with the NECA version 1 and version 2, right here and here, and the Funko Mothra that's exclusive to Blacklight. And here she is with some more classic Mothra minifigures with the U2s and the Bandai minifigure from the blind bag set. And just for a more generic size comparison, here he is next, or she is, sorry, with the NECA Godzilla 2014, so my all-time favorite figure in the entire collection. And now that I have these two here, it kind of reminds me of the time where I was at camp like several years ago, back in 2017, I think. 18, maybe around there, and I brought this guy there, and a guy actually, well, a little kid brought a Mothra plushie. It was not the Squishmallow one. This was like way before, and it was like one of those vintage 2001 plushies. And I actually took a photo of it, and I don't have the photo. I don't know if it's still around. I'd have to look for it. So, yeah. Overall, for the Squishmallow Mothra, I think that this is actually a really cool plushie. It's definitely far from the best of what it could be, but for the price range, I think like 15, 20 bucks or so, it's actually pretty good. And I dig it a lot. I will say, like, again, my only gripes are that the stitch work is a bit iffy, and I definitely think, like, now that I'm really looking at it, the printed on color is a bit tacky. Because, like, I definitely think that something like this could easily just be stitched on, and the wings could just be a bit bigger. But aside from those things, which is essentially like a majority of it, but whatever, I think that this is at least pretty solid. It's definitely not my favorite, but it's certainly a good piece. And again, I really recommend this for anyone who's a fan of Squishmallows or just wants a Mothra Squishmallow, because essentially, unless they come out with a new one, this is going to be your only option. So definitely get this gal before she's off shelves and becomes a rarity within the world of collecting. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you guys liked it, definitely subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out, everyone.